Good morning, friends. We are into now a very special weekend. We have very special guests that Reedwood has invited from the Blues City Cultural Center in Memphis, Tennessee. And our guests are a very well-known dramatic team, Levi and Deborah Frazier. And I met Levi Frazier through our mutual interest in the blues and through the course that I teach in Memphis. And as I got to know Levi, discovered that he is an important and well-known playwright, and his wife, an equally well-known actress. And so we came up with the rather interesting idea for Reedwood to commission 3 new plays. So, friends, this is the premiere of these one-act plays that have been composed by Levi and Deborah Frazier, and they have also brought Ayana, who is their daughter, and Melanie has come up from Fresno in order to be with us this weekend. Now, friends, you know that one of the definitions of crisis in church is to try to decide, do we applaud or don't we applaud? Friends, let's go ahead and use the traditional form of recognition after their play this morning. Let's go ahead and applaud. Now, last night we had the play about Abraham and Sarah. We had a little bit of audio difficulty during the recording. So in fact, after the adult hour, so we're going to have one presentation now that will be based on Daniel chapter 6. Then we're going to have, during the adult education hour, the woman at the well. And then because of those difficulties last night, if you'd like to stay, they're going to take about 15-20 minutes and re-record last night's play. So if you missed it, you're in luck, because they're going to redo it to make sure we get a good recording. So I invite you to consider staying for that if you'd like. So friends, I asked Levi to write a little something to introduce the play. So I'll read what Levi has written and then share a passage that was chosen for today's one-act play this morning. Levi writes and reminds us that the word theater comes from 2 Greek words, thea and tron, which means a seeing place. Also, he points out, the first actor, according to the Greeks, was Thespis, a priest. Levi writes, I believe that seeing was more than the location where audiences came to see the performances. It was also the place where the audiences came to see themselves and how they lived out their lives, showing the good, the bad, and the ugly. This first actor, who was a priest, only proves the point that this art form at its core was and still is grounded in spirituality and is meant to heal the soul and improve lives. For this morning, listen now to the verses that we begin with. Daniel chapter 6. It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 satraps, stationed throughout the whole kingdom, and over them 3 administrators, one of whom was Daniel. To these satraps gave account so that the king might suffer no loss. Soon Daniel distinguished himself above the other administrators and satraps because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king planned to appoint him over the entire kingdom.
It pleased Darius, king of Medo-Persia, to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom, and over these 3 presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes might give accounts unto them, and the king should have no damage. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm. Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could find none occasion nor fault, for as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him. Then said these men,
We shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God.
Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king, and said thus unto him,
King Darius, live forever. All the presidents of the kingdom, governors, and the princes, counselors, and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing that it be not changed, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not.
Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Now, when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day, and prayed, and gave thanks before his God, as he did aforetime. Then these men assembled, and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. Then they came near, and spake before the king concerning the king's decree.
Hast thou not signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition of any god or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions?
The king answered and said, The thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not. Then answered they and said before the king,
That Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regardeth not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day.
Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased within himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored to the going down of the sun to deliver him.
Peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusted in thee. We have sinned, O God. We have rebelled against thee. We have gone against thy precepts. But thank you, God, that you are a God of forgiveness and of mercy.
My brother Daniel, what are you doing?
I'm praying toward Jerusalem 3 times a day, like I always do, to our God.
The decree has gone out. The princes and presidents of the provinces have gone to King Darius. You know that the decree has gone out. No prayers to anyone except King Darius for 30 days. Can anyone help me with my brother?
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Just like he sustained me years ago when I was commanded to eat from the table of Nebuchadnezzar, to eat the king's dainties, but I refused. I only ate pulse and drank water.
Nebuchadnezzar, the king, we are a forsaken people. How can we sing the songs of Zion in a strange land? The answer is, we cannot.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
You have forgotten the words of the prophet Jeremiah. Jeremiah said, God is the king of Israel. I made the earth, the man, and the beast with my power and stretched out arm, and I will give it to whomever I see fit. And I give it to my servant Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. And every nation shall serve Nebuchadnezzar, his son, and his son's son. And any nation or kingdom that does not bow down and come under the yoke of Nebuchadnezzar, I will punish. I will punish with pestilence, with the sword, and with famine. And if they do not, I will have him consume them.
The Lord said, serve, my sister, and not worship. See, God's ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts higher than our thoughts. I will do what the Lord said do because I love God.
And the king loves you. He is upset with himself that he was duped into this 30-day law. He realizes that these men are jealous of you. I don't know what to say to you to change your mind. Maybe the people, the children of God, can help you understand, because the king trusts you. You are the most trusted noble in all of Babylon. Can anyone help me? Talk to my brother, because the kings have trusted him. There was a time when he didn't go, but 3 brothers were in the fire. They were...
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Thank you. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That helped you. And then when the king forgot his dream and he was going to have the astrologers and the astronomers killed, and you were among them, but you remembered the dream. Don't you remember that?
I thank thee and praise thee, O thou God of my fathers, because thou hast made known unto me what I have desired of thee, for thou hast made known unto us the king's matter. Oh yes, I remember it quite well.
So the Lord has given you that grace and that mercy, that power with kings. Please, you are not worshiping the king, but you are just obeying the law.
The Lord must be obeyed and honored. You see, I see this as a chance to show how powerful God is and how wise he is. And this is my opportunity also to show that from whence cometh my strength. I refuse to believe that anything else is permissible through God. I look at myself as one who would rather die, rather lose my life than to dishonor God, our God of heaven.
Daniel, this is not right. I'm not saying don't pray. I'm just saying close the curtains. We will all be punished because of you. Do you think that I don't love God? Do you think that the children of God don't love God? Do you think that what you are doing will make things better for us? we will suffer. We will suffer because of what you are doing. Oh, please, Brother Daniel, take all of this into consideration. Remember what you are doing. You say you want to be God's representative. You say that you love God. We love God.
Is there anything, my sister, too hard for our God?
Then these men assembled unto the king and said unto the king,
Know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is that no decree nor statute which the king established may be changed.
Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, Thy God, whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. Then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. Neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. Then the king arose very early in the morning, and went in haste unto the den of lions. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God whom thou servest continually able to deliver thee from the lions?
Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My God had sent his angel and had shut the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt.
Then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God.
My God. Oh, my God.